Next, Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez. She's back. She just can't keep herself out of the news. Look, I would prefer not to talk about this broad. I hate her. I really, really hate her a lot. She's so dumb. So fucking dumb. Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez. All right, so her chief of staff, Saikat Chakrabarti, is saying that criminals in prison should vote because they are most affected by unjust laws. Yeah. By the way, AOC's chief of staff, he's really the one in power. She's just a puppet. He's her handler. For those of you who don't know how AOC got into power, into Congress, the Social Democrats, which used to be run by Cenk Uygur, that fat, greasy, Greek-looking scumbag that runs the Young Turks, that leftist piece of crap. That fat ex-lawyer that we all know. We all know he got into law school because of affirmative action. He ain't too bright. Well, this guy used to run the Social Democrats, and he created them to essentially unseat Democratic Congress people that he doesn't like and replace them with puppets that will be controlled by the Social Democrats. And her handler is Saikat Chakrabarti. Yeah, I mean, why the hell does he need to be the chief of staff of a congressperson? He's a millionaire. Right? So he's her handler, and he gives her talking points and her marching orders. And it appears that the Social Democrats think that criminals should be able to vote. Yeah. Could it be because once criminals get out of prison, their interests are very much aligned with the kind of free goodies that the Democrats will offer? I mean, let's face it, if you're a convicted felon, when you get out of prison, your options are kind of limited. You're most definitely going to probably get welfare. Well, not most definitely, but you're probably going to get welfare, right? I mean, how many options do you have getting right out of prison, okay? The whole social safety net offered by Democrats, it's very appealing to ex-cons. And, of course, ex-cons are going to vote mainly to the left, right? Again, their options are limited. They need big daddy government to take care of them. So, of course, Saikat Chakrabarti, who is AOC's handler, wants convicted criminals to be able to vote. So, Socialist Representative Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez, her chief of staff, suggested on Wednesday that incarcerated criminals should be able to vote in U.S. elections because they're the people most affected by unjust laws. Are you suggesting that the majority of people in prison are in prison because they're innocent, but the legal system is somehow corrupt and put them there unjustly? Interesting. Where's your evidence for this? Oh, no evidence. It's just a feeling. I have a feeling. Yeah, of course you do. Chakrabarti's comments came after Democratic presidential candidates came out in favor of allowing terrorists, murderers, rapists, and pedophiles to vote in U.S. elections during a series of CNN town halls on Monday night. And people wonder why CNN's ratings are in the fucking toilet. Really, pedophiles. They would be felons. So rapists, murderers, terrorists, pedophiles, they can all vote. Meanwhile, you have Republicans saying no. No, we don't want them to be able to vote. Gee, I wonder who these people are going to vote for. The Republicans who don't want them to vote, or the Democrats who want to be their buddies. And we have the largest prison population in the fucking world. What's the reason not to let incarcerated people vote? And so they want to oh my God. So not only do they want to let people who are people with criminal records. Oh, this is great. This is very interesting. So not only do they want to let people who are free but have felony convictions vote, but they also want to let people in jail vote? Wow. Oh, that's great. Yeah, let's let incarcerated people vote. There's millions of them, by the way. Millions. You combine federal prisons with all the state prisons, all these people can vote. Isn't that a bad idea? Because wouldn't they push policies that were in their favor? Let's make prison nicer. We want to have more goodies in prison. Yeah, more money spent on prisons. Yeah, because it's a really good idea to make all prisons, whether it be a supermax, a max, medium security, minimum security. Let's make them all in the country country clubs. You're kind of pretty much making that a certainty if you give these people the right to vote. What's the reason not to let incarcerated people vote? They're criminals. They have no morals. Or a lot of them are amoral. They have no respect for the law, the legal system. So, they're going to vote for shit that serves them and services them, which would mean lots more money spent on the prison system. And we already spend like $30,000 per prisoner. They want to double that to 60. Let's get gourmet meals. Yeah, we should get 3 gourmet meals a day. We shouldn't be eating this garbage. Yeah, because when you kill people, you should be rewarded with gourmet meals. Shouldn't the people most affected by unjust laws? Well, what unjust laws? What are you talking about? Could you name some unjust laws? Yeah, have some say in electing people to change them. No. When you break the law, you lose some rights. I love it. No consequences. Don't even send them to jail. Yeah, let's just have like away camps, right? Like a summer camp for murderers. Yeah, let's get rid of jail entirely. Let's just open up camps and the prisoners can live in the woods in an isolated area. Yeah. God. No consequences at all. Be like a vacation. Yeah. Here are some of the reasons responses Chaikobardi, weird name, tweet received. Who knew the law against putting a bomb on an 8-year-old and blowing up people was unjust? Another person says, unjust laws? What unjust laws? Can you name any? Why is it that the default assumption is that most people in prison are there unjustly? Yeah, why is that? Well, of course, they're leftist, right? Yeah, they believe everything's unjust because the majority of people in prisons are black and Hispanic and brown. The representation is unequal, so the automatic assumption is it's unjust. Unless they're white people, then they did it, right? It's not unjust if you're in prison and white, only if you're black and brown. Are you implying that the Boston Marathon bomber was unjustly incarcerated, as that was the explicit question that prompted this? Restore Dylan Roof's voting rights immediately. It must be done. These are some tweets I'm reading. Chaikobardi has been weighed down by scandals since entering the public spotlight with Ocasio-Cortez. He has been accused of funneling over $1 million in political donations to his own private companies. And Ocasio-Cortez and Chaikobardi also obtained majority control of Justice Democrats' PAC in December 2017, according to archived copies of the group's website, and the two appear to retain their control of the group. For those of you who don't know how this works, PACs are not supposed to be directly run, owned, or in any way linked to candidates. They're supposed to be separate, independent entities who have decided to back a candidate, but they're not supposed to be run by or funded by that candidate, nor are any of the funds in that PAC supposed to go to that candidate directly. But I guess when you're a Wayman of color, which supposedly she is, I don't know. What color is she? She looks about as dark as I am, but, she's Latino, supposedly. So she can do what she wants. So if the Federal Election Commission finds that the New York Democrats campaign operated in affiliation with the PAC, which had raised more than $1.8 million before her June 2018 primary, it would open them up to massive reporting violations, probably at least some illegal contribution violations exceeding the lawful limits. Yeah, not good. But of course, she'll never see the inside of a jail cell. Former FEC Commissioner Brad Smith told the caller if this were determined to be knowing and willful. What do you mean determined to be knowing and willful? You're funneling money from one group to another. What is that, accidental? At minimum, there's a lot of smoke there. And if there are really only 3 broad members, and she and Chaikobardi are 2 of them, sure looks like you can see the blaze. I don't really see any way out of it. She won't suffer any consequences. They're Democrats. They protect their own. The admission makes it open and shut. If someone wants to file a complaint with the FEC, I don't see how the FEC could not investigate that, but they won't. We've even got their own statement on their website that they control the organization. I don't see how you can avoid an investigation on that, but they will. So They think that convicted felons, murderers, rapists, pedophiles should be able to vote. Why don't we just give them day passes, too? Why don't we just let them out during the day to work jobs? Because then these prisoners could do something productive to contribute to the cost of their incarceration. And if they murder or rape or diddle some young boys while they're out on their day pass, well, no big deal. Yeah, great. Great. Why don't we give them some more privileges, huh? I thought the idea of being incarcerated and being a convicted felon was that you lose your privileges as a citizen. Hence the incarceration part. Oh, no, you should still be able to vote. Ridiculous. Yeah, another example of what a retard she is. And what a bunch of fucking socialist, leftist, progressive morons her handlers are. And that she's nothing more than a puppet. All right, let's move on. By the way, if anybody would like to comment, you can use Skype to contact me at The Realist Philosopher. That is The Realist Philosopher. That is my Skype name. All right, let's move on to more madness. Global climate change. So, has anybody out there heard about this 16-year-old girl? I think she's Swedish or something. And she has autism or Asperger's syndrome, mild autism. And the global elite leftists are using her as a shill to deliver the message of global catastrophe. So you'll give up your rights and let authoritarians take over. Listen to this bullshit. 50-year-old men are viciously attacking a 16-year-old girl because they can't comprehend her arguments. I've attacked her. I'm one of these 50-year-old men. I comprehend her arguments. I don't think she comprehends her own arguments, though, by the way. Give me a break. This is so stupid. So she has Asperger's syndrome, and she's running around on who's dying, by the way. Who's funding her? Huh? That's what I want to know. Who is funding this girl to run around the world, run around Europe, and give all these fucking speeches? She's a 16-year-old pinhead. What do I want to listen to her for? It's just like that David Hogg moron. You can't criticize him. You're attacking a little boy. He's 17 years old. He's our new gun control shill. How dare you go after him? Yeah, by the way, he's going to university at Harvard. I think he scored like a 1250 or something on the SAT. I think the average for Harvard is like 1420 or something, or 1450. Oh, boy. Yeah, this fucking guy, he got into Harvard, right? You got the whole college admission scandal with that Lori Loughlin from that crappy Full House show, and she's facing jail time. Why don't they investigate Hogg, whatever? How do you get into Harvard with the crappy SAT score? And he's white. He's got the right politics, though. He hates guns, yeah. And he's going to study political sciences. Oh, boy. Yeah, we get to look forward to this moron who will probably be put forward and funded by the Social Democrats who are funded by George Soros. We get to look forward to him becoming a fucking congressman, probably. Great. Another moron in politics. That's all we need.